What is going on, college basketball fans? The Sweet 16 starts tonight, but the transfer portal is already up and going. Today, I'm going to give you guys 7 big name players that are already in the portal and looking for new teams. I'm ready to get started. Just want to say subscribe if you guys are new. We do a ton of college basketball content here on the channel. Hit that like button if you guys enjoy. Let's get started. All right, the first player I have for you guys today is the former Arizona point guard Kirk Risa. Now, Kirk Risa last season averaged 10 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 2.5 rebounds per game. He does have 2 years of eligibility remaining. He was one of the best shooters in the Pac-12 conference this past year and led the conference in assists this past year. Now, Arizona fans will tell you, and I'm seeing a lot of controversy from Arizona fans on Twitter, and that is some of them are really happy that he's leaving, and a lot of that has to do with him just not performing well, not only this year in March Madness, but last season when it counted most. And some Arizona fans are also sad about him leaving, so a lot of controversy going on about that, but nonetheless, he will be contacted by a lot of teams. Now, those teams, I have not heard who they are yet. He just entered the portal yesterday, but one team to look out for is maybe Xavier, given the coach that did recruit him to Arizona, Sean Miller, is now the head coach of Xavier. I would keep an eye out for the Musketeers, maybe giving Kirk Risa a call. The next player I have for you guys here today is Graham Ike. Now, Graham Ike averaged last season 20 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game. And I actually believe that he is the top transfer player in the portal right now, not only because he was putting up those monster numbers as a forward, but because he still has 3 years of eligibility remaining, and that is so huge. Now, unlike Risa, I do have word or at least rumors of a lot of teams that have already contacted EK, and I'm going to list them off here for you guys now. Arizona State, Butler, Colorado, Georgetown, Gonzaga, Indiana, Iowa State, Kansas, Missouri, San Diego State, Seton Hall, Tennessee, Xavier, and West Virginia, and also Washington State. Now, he has come out and said that he wants to compete at a high level. He wants to compete in March Madness. He wants to compete for national championships, and he wants a coach that will work him hard. So Graham Ike is going to be really interesting to see where he ultimately decides to commit to play basketball. Like I said, I believe he is the top player in the portal right now because he has 3 years of eligibility remaining. Whoever gets him gets 3 years of him. That is so huge. Next player I have for you guys here today is Jared Bynum, the transfer from Providence. He entered the portal after Ed Cooley did announce that he is leaving for Georgetown, and that is actually a team that I have an eye out on for Jared Bynum. It is very possible that he could leave, go over to Georgetown, and follow his head coach in Ed Cooley. But there are a lot of teams also contacting Jared Bynum right now. Last season, he did average 11 points per game, 4 assists per game, and 3 rebounds per game. He does have 1 year of eligibility left remaining. And yeah, Jared Bynum, he would be a solid pickup for whoever picks him up for this next season. Next player I have for you guys here today, it feels like deja vu because Fordas Isakson is back in the portal, and honestly, I can't really blame him for entering the portal once again because Mark Adams is no longer the guy there at head coach for Texas Tech. Last season, he did average 12 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game. He does have 1 year of eligibility remaining, and one team I do have to look out for to possibly pick up IMAC this offseason is Kentucky. I remember last season Kentucky was very interested in picking up Fordas Isakson, and I'm sure they will be still here this season. He did only average 12 and 9 this season, which was not as much as he did at Utah Valley, where he was putting up monster numbers around 19, 20 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. But he did have a foot injury and did not play until February this season. So I think he would be an awesome pickup for anyone who is looking for a big man who can grab some boards, score in the post, have a lot of size, because he definitely has that. Player I have for you guys here today is Jamir Nelson Jr., and it is Jamir Nelson's son. He did average at Delaware last season 21 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, and 3 steals per game as well. He only has 1 year of eligibility remaining, and I cannot wait to see Jamir Nelson Jr. play at the Power 6 level of college basketball. I'm pretty sure he will be going to a Power 6 level team. Cannot wait to see what he is able to do. He did lead Delaware to the NCAA tournament, not last season, but in 2022, and like I said, very excited. With these numbers, he is going to be a star wherever he goes. It would be a massive pickup for that team. Sixth player I have for you guys here today is Caleb Battle, the guard for Temple last season. He did average at Temple 18 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game, and he does have 2 years of eligibility remaining. Now, I have been seeing a few Temple fans actually saying that Caleb Battle kind of hurt the team in different ways, so I'm not sure how true that is, or if they're just kind of saying that because he did leave their team, but I believe this would be a huge pickup for anyone this offseason. I mean, a guard that's averaging 18 points per game, that is huge, and Caleb Battle definitely be a big pickup for someone this offseason. The last player I have here for you guys today is Eddie Lampkin Jr. Now, Eddie Lampkin last season, he did average 7 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and an assist per game. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining, and it is actually already kind of out there that he will be joining Ed Cooley at Georgetown this next season. Of course, since that rumor did come out, Eddie Lampkin did deny those rumors and say that they were not true. So maybe, you know, he's still open to going to some other teams, but I would say he's just kind of waiting a little bit so then they don't get caught for any sort of tampering, stuff like that. That's kind of what it's looking like to me. I am pretty sure Eddie Lampkin will be a Hoya next season. Those are the 7 big names. I do have 2 other names that have already entered the transfer portal and committed to new teams, and one of those is J.J. Starling. He was a top recruit last season, and he did play at Notre Dame, and he did already transfer out of there and go to Syracuse. So that is actually a big pickup for Syracuse, especially since Jim Boeheim will not be returning to coach there next season. That is a huge pickup for the Orange. The other one is Sky Clark. Sky Clark was the point guard at Illinois, another very, very highly recruited player this past season. Both these 2 players, J.J. Starling and Sky Clark, were freshmen last year, so a lot of eligibility still remaining. Sky Clark did step away from basketball to deal with some mental health issues during the middle of the season. He ultimately entered the transfer portal towards the end of the season here, and he has already committed to the Louisville Cardinals. So a big pickup there for Louisville as well. Both these 2 guards will be playing their sophomore season in the ACC. But that is going to do it for this video. Let me know down below in the comment section, who do you guys think is the top player in the transfer portal right now? And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching.